Does ever happen to you? Have you ever spent months writing a mystery for your players just discover everything with a divination spell? Well, so this guide is for you, so this never happens to you again. So now you can see how you can use divination spells, okay, on your campaign. And here it's a guide for 5th edition, the 5th edition, but you can use the concepts in other tabletop RPGs that use these divination spells, like Call of Cthulhu, for example, when you can like see the future, see the past. You get a little bit crazy, but you get to know what happens. So in this way, you can like see how you can manage this part of the adventure without actually removing the challenge right from the mystery, and maybe even adding more challenge depending on how you manage the results of the spells and which spells they used actually, right? So here he has some explanation about what is the divination school and how you can apply these concepts in mystery cases, hierarchy quests. So for example, in this mystery case here, for example, the mystery murder, let's say that they used the divination spell and found out who was the killer, right? So you think, oh my god, now my mystery is gone. Like they just discovered the identity of the killer. But like they put here on the example, this just gives the identity of the assassin, right? You still need to gather the proofs to actually incriminate him, right? So this gives another challenge to the party. So now it's still a crime mystery, but now it's more like it is still a murder mystery, but now it's like flipped. Like they already know who is the assassin. Now they just have to find a way to incriminate that person, right? And another twist here that I thought as I was reading this is that, for example, they can see the assassin murdering the victim, right? But what they don't know, they were just gonna find out later with the investigation, is that this person, the assassin, was being controlled, mentally controlled by another person. So this other person is actually the killer, right? So this puts another layer on the mystery. So they thought they had solved the mystery, but they just had half of the answer. So this could be a little like surprising, like it's a plot twist inside another plot twist. This is what I call head twist. So you can use that in that way. And one of the examples that I thought was pretty interesting here was the true seeing, where the creature gets true sight. So it's pretty useful. So for example, in this example here, the mystery was that the king's advisor was secretly a demon. So when you use this, boom, you see that this guy's right. You see that the advisor is actually a demon. So you say, aha, Mr. Solved. Yeah, it's not quite, because like he put here like, okay, so you saw there was a demon, but how are you going to prove this to the king? You're just gonna say, hey, I saw him with my magic eyes. So, well, I mean, the argument can go both ways. So in the same way that you're accusing the advisor of being a demon because you saw him with your magic eyes, the demon can say to the king that, hey, they are trying to trick you. They try to put us against each other. So the demon can try to flip this. And if the party said, oh no, so I cast the king, right? So now the king is seeing the demon can still continue with the charade and say, hey, no, they're putting an illusion on you. They're trying to control you. Don't you see? So in this case, the demon can still put the king against the party. So you see, sometimes when you think you solved the problem, you just made it worse. So that's the tip here on this article, and there's a lot other stuff here that I thought it was pretty cool. They even have some spells that are not on divination, like friends, speak with plants. Alright, so there you go. That was the how to use divination and other roleplay spells. Okay, on the Games Guild is for $1, but it's actually pay what you want. So that was the tip. And next we have here the Legends of Kali, which is a Aetherpunk. Do you know what is Aetherpunk? Aetherpunk? So yeah, I didn't know. But now I know. Aetherpunk is a combination between technology and magic. So it's a world where they coexist, which is a playground for a lot of adventure. There are a lot of stuff that you can do here, right, with this combination of magic and technology. And it's in the future, but you know, it's a different. It's a combination of a lot of stuff, you know. So I think it was pretty cool. The idea is pretty nice. And the system, well, they use the 100-ish system. And I'm gonna leave here the explanation. I didn't get it, so if you get, could put on the comments. But it's okay.
With the roll under mechanic, Bishop Sandstone's player is attempting to perform a skill check. The character's skill is 65. As long as he rolls under or equal to his score, he'll succeed at the check. On the first roll, he scores a 12. Since he rolled under the skill, he succeeds at the skill check. Easy enough. But what if we want to know how well he did? For that, we need to count how many successes he rolled. We get a success for every 10 points lower than the score you roll. For this next roll, he'll need to get at least 4 successes or target successes to do what he needs to do with the skill, say defending against a Hazor's attack. On this roll, he rolls a 29. Awesome roll. You could subtract 29 from 65 to get the successes, but an easier way to count them is to subtract rolled 10s from skill 10s and check if the rolled ones are lower than the skill ones. In this case, that's 6 minus 2 equals 4 successes. Then check to see if the 9 is lower than the 5. Not so much, so only 4 successes. If the roll had been 24, it would have been 5 successes total. The 4 is lower than 5, giving it an extra success. Since he has at least 4 successes, he met or exceeded the target successes for the check and defended against the Hazor. Remember, 10s from 10s and 1s lower than 1s.
So it's not backed yet, it's at 31%. So if you really like this idea, you can go there and check it out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. And that's it for today, folks. Thank you very much. See you guys next week. Kiss on the cheeks. Bye.